Hello, my friends. Many of you have shared that you've been learning English for a long time, but you still don't see much improvement.
Exactly, Andrew. Most people don't realize what's really holding them back. Sometimes it's not even the grammar or vocabulary.
Yeah, it's often about how they learn, not just what they learn. Repeating the same boring methods won't take you far.
And let's be honest, if you're not enjoying the process, your brain just won't absorb it well. Learning should be active, fun, and real.
Totally agree. That's why we focus on real conversations like this one, to help you think in English, not just translate everything in your head.
Let's hear from our friends. I really hope our audience gives an honest answer this time.
Yeah. So, friends, how are you actually practicing your English? And deep down, what do you think is the real reason you're not improving?
Exactly. Just pause the video for a moment and think. You've been trying to improve, but what's stopping you? What's that invisible wall?
Because if you can't even figure out what's holding you back, how are you ever going to fix it?
You're right, Andrew. It's like being lost but not knowing where you started. Without understanding the problem, how can anyone find the solution?
Okay, think about this. If your phone isn't charging, would you keep buying new chargers without checking why it's not working? Of course not, right?
Exactly. First, you'd check the socket, the cable, and maybe even the phone itself. You'd try to find the real issue before spending more time or money.
That's what most English learners don't do. They just keep trying random methods without knowing what's actually broken in their learning process.
And here's one big mistake we see all the time. People write down new words, even memorize them, but never actually use them.
So true. It's like collecting tools but never building anything. What's the point of learning words if they just stay trapped in your notebook?
Exactly. Language is not a museum. It's more like a gym. If you don't use those words in real life, they'll just fade away.
Right. You've got to bring those words into your conversations, your thoughts, even your jokes.
Now let's talk about the most important part, speaking. This is where most people get stuck. The question is always, where do I practice? And how?
Exactly. A lot of us don't live in places where English is spoken regularly. So we just don't get the environment to speak, even if we want to.
Let me give you an example. Imagine a girl who lived in a country where no one around her spoke English. She barely had any opportunity to use the language.
But then, let's say she moved to a country where English is spoken every day, by everyone. Do you think her English would stay the same after 2 years?
Of course not. Her English would improve naturally, even without sitting down to study, just by hearing it, speaking it, and living in it every day.
Exactly. That's the power of real-life practice. When you're surrounded by the language, improvement becomes automatic.
But here's the good news. Even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, there are still smart ways to create your own environment.
So friends, did you notice a word we kept using in our conversation? Environment. Now, why do you think I'm pointing that out?
Because it's key. Even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, you can still create your own English environment.
Exactly. You don't need a plane ticket to surround yourself with English. Your phone, your room, your daily habits, they can all become part of your English world.
Change your phone language to English. Listen to podcasts while walking. Talk to yourself. And describe what you're doing in English. There are so many small ways.
It's all about turning English into a part of your daily life. Not just a subject you study, but something you live.
Imagine you're in your room right now. Look around. What's in front of you? A desk? A chair? A book? Now start describing everything in English. The objects, the colors, how they make you feel.
Or even think about what you're doing at this moment. Are you cooking, cleaning, reading? Whatever it is, say it out loud in English. You'll be surprised how much you start practicing without even realizing it.
Exactly. This way, you're not just memorizing vocabulary. You're connecting the language with real actions in your life.
And the best part? You're creating your own environment where English is just part of the day-to-day. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. Start right now.
And many people argue whether grammar is even important for fluent speaking. What's your opinion on that, Andrew?
My answer is simple and clear. Yes, grammar is important, but you don't need to become a grammar expert. Just get the basics right.
Right. Without basic grammar, it's like trying to build a house without a foundation. Everything gets shaky and confusing.
But here's the thing. You don't need to dive into advanced grammar rules. You're not writing a university paper. You're learning to communicate.
Exactly. Focus on the grammar that helps you speak clearly. Tenses, common sentence structures, simple rules, that's enough to get started.
And the more you use English, the more grammar will make sense naturally. Don't wait to finish grammar before you start speaking.
And let's talk about other effective ways to practice English speaking, even if you're on your own.
Yeah. I believe nowadays there are lots of opportunities online. You can easily find a speaking partner through language exchange apps or online communities.
Yeah, and the best part is, you don't need to leave your house. Just a phone or laptop and a little bit of courage, and you're good to go.
And if you're too shy to talk to someone right away, you can start by practicing with AI apps, or even talking to yourself in the mirror.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more confident you become. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent.
So true. Just take that first step. Practice a little every day. And soon you'll surprise yourself with how fluent you sound.